At this time, I'd like to call upon Brother Paul Camera, who is going to deliver a beautiful piece of ritual that we call the Paul Revere Charge, and he will explain more about that.
Okay.
Come on up, Brother Paul.
Thank you. Brethren and friends, it is my sincere privilege right now to deliver a charge that was written in the year 1795 by a very distinguished brother master mason by the name of Paul Revere. And this is really one of the best parts of masonry, in my opinion, just how connected we are with brothers from so long ago and men of such accomplishment. And my objective here, I'm going to do my very best to give this charge exactly word for word as Brother Revere wrote these words on the page so long ago. And my purpose behind doing that is not just so you can hear some brother give the Paul Revere charge. My purpose here is so that the brethren assembled that are going to receive this charge can actually hear these words that were written specifically for them by Brother Paul Revere, and maybe even to envision Paul Revere sharing these words with them, because the reality of this is that Paul Revere wrote these words specifically for you here today at this meeting on this anniversary. So with that in mind, I'm going to ask the worship master to join me on the working floor. And as you hear two gavels, as I keep going, not yet, once we're on the floor, once you hear two gavels, the officers, if you'll join us in a circle, and three gavels, all of the brethren of this lodge, if you'll join us at all levels. So, worshipful, if you join me in the west. Worshipful Master, this worshipful lodge, having chosen you for its master and representative, it is now incumbent upon you, diligently, and upon every proper occasion, to inquire into the knowledge of your fellows, and find them daily employment, that the art which they profess may not be forgotten or neglected. You should avoid partiality, giving praise where it is due, and employing those in the most honorable part of the work who have made the greatest advancement for the encouragement of the art. You should preserve union, and judge in all causes amicably and mildly, preferring peace. That the society may prosper, you should preserve the dignity of your office, requiring submission from the perverse and refractory, always acting upon and being guided by the principles upon which your authority is founded. You should, to the extent of your power, pay a constant attendance on your lodge, that you may see how your work flourishes and how your instructions are obeyed. You should take care that neither your words nor actions shall render your authority to be less regarded, but that your prudent and careful behavior may set an example and give a sanction to your power. And, as brotherly love is the cement of our society, so cherish and encourage it, that the brethren may be more willing to obey the dictates of masons than you have occasion to command. To the officers, and you, the officers of this worshipful lodge, should assist the master in the discharge and execution of his office, diffusing light and imparting knowledge to all the fellows under your care, keeping the brethren in just order and decorum, that nothing may disturb the peaceful serenity or obstruct the glorious effects of harmony and concord. And that these may be the better preserved, you should carefully inquire into the character of all candidates to this honorable society, and recommend none to the master who, in your opinion, is unworthy of the privileges and advantages of masonry, keeping the cynic far from the ancient fraternity, where harmony is obstructed by the superstitious and morose. You should discharge the lodge quietly, encouraging the brethren assembled to work cheerfully, that none, when dismissed, may go away dissatisfied. To the brethren, and you, brethren of this worshipful lodge, learn to follow the advice and instruction of your officers, submitting cheerfully to their amicable decisions, laying aside all resentments and prejudices toward each other. Let your chief care be to the advancement of the society of which you have the honor to be members. Let there be a modest and friendly emulation among you in doing good to each other. Let complacency and benevolence flourish among you. Let your actions be squared by the rules of Masonry. Let friendship be cherished, and all advantages of that title by which we distinguish each other, that we may be brothers, not only in name, but in the full import, extent, and latitude of so glorious an appellation. Finally, my brethren, as this association has been carried on with so much unanimity and concord, in which we greatly rejoice, so may it continue to the latest ages. May your love be reciprocal and harmonious. While these principles are uniformly supported, this lodge will be an honor to Masonry, an example to the world, and therefore a blessing to mankind. From this happy prospect, I rest assured of your steady perseverance, and conclude with wishing you all, my brethren, joy of your master, wardens, and other officers, and of your constitutional union as brethren. Let's have a great 300th year. Thank you, brothers.
All right.
You can be seated.
Wonderful.